Hi everyone, I hope you all are doing well and all of you are safe and healthy during this time. This is Radhika here again, and this video is about why do narcissists go for spiritual people. So I have been asked this question many times actually, and I have also in my own experience seen this happen many times, that a lot of people who are extremely narcissistic usually seek out people who are spiritual, and they seek to make like bonds with these people, like a marriage, etc. um, or even like a career bond or a business bond, etc. So why do they do that? So first thing I have observed, it might not always be the case, but at least I have seen it in at least two of the examples that I have seen, is that one of the parent of the narcissistic person is extremely spiritual or religious or both. And by that I mean truly religious or truly spiritual, like not the fake kind who just does it for society or just does it to show other people. Um, but they have a parent who was deeply interested in religion or spirituality, and they tried to apply the concepts as much as possible in their life. And what that does is, for the narcissist, right, for the kid who saw this spiritual parent, somewhere in their mind they have this subconscious belief, and they also saw it happen in their family, that this person could be mistreated, or this person is easily controlled, and this person is forgives very easily, or this person gives infinite number of chances even if you make mistakes. Um, because oftentimes, especially in the olden times, now the times are changing, there's a lot of new information about narcissism everywhere. There is also advice like walk away from a narcissist, and first of all try not to be in a bond with a narcissist. But maybe when they were growing up the information was not available. Maybe they belonged to a society where divorce was not okay, or maybe their spiritual parent always thought about the kids, like what will happen to the kids if I go away, etc. So subconsciously the kid from a young age saw that this parent, the spiritual parent or the religious parent, is like a safe space or is like a safety zone and almost like a dumping zone, right? Because they didn't probably did not show many good boundaries, right? Otherwise the kid probably would have seen a healthier dynamic and would not have had so many narcissistic tendencies himself or herself while growing up. And they probably might have modeled themselves or on the other parent who's the spiritual parent but with good boundaries. But unfortunately maybe their parent did not have good boundaries and they were spiritual and they took the abuse. And so the child, while growing up, decides consciously that to protect myself, I have to be like the other parent, who's the narcissistic parent. So, subconsciously, there's this feeling in this child's brain that because I am more like my narcissistic parent, to make the marriage survive, I will need someone like my other parent who took the abuse, who took the bad treatment, who took the mistreatment, who took the feeling of constant unworthiness from my other parent, because they know they are probably going to do the same to their spouse when they marry the spouse. So now this totally depends of how aware the person is, because a lot of narcissistic people are completely unaware that there is something called as narcissism. They just feel it's a way of living. For them it's a way of living because they grew up in that environment. And they never really self study. Introspection is not something that a narcissist is very good at. They don't do that. So they just go on living life, and they keep living life the same way that they have always known how to live life. And so the pattern that they see is one parent is meaner or better with the world, like protector kind of a parent, and the other parent is the one who always gives in or always is okay with everything that's happening. So they kind of try to choose a similar pattern again for themselves, and that's why they go for spiritual people. So that's one understanding. Then secondly, for business related purposes or office work, they do go for spiritual people because they believe that spiritual people will take more abuse. Because in spirituality, mostly all religions teach this. It is taught that you have that God forgives, which God or creation or whatever this energetic universe is, that is true. The energy of forgiveness is an existing energy. um, but religions also ask humans to forgive, humans to act like God in some way, and always forgive, always be forgiving, be unconditional, etc. And a lot of people actually take these like teachings, and they apply it, and the narcissist is always hoping that the teachings get applied for their bad behavior as well, and the spiritual people will just go on bending over for the narcissistic person, and like kind of forgiving all their mistakes, hoping for the better, hoping they change, hoping God changes their heart, etc. Right? And so they kind of feel like this is a good investment because I can use this person for longer. So those were like my perspectives on um, why narcissistic people choose spiritually inclined people, or kind people or empathetic people, but especially spiritual people, because spirituality really does kind of outline these things very clearly, that you should forgive mistakes, you should take apologies, and do not judge, do not question. Those kind of things are taught in many religions, in many spiritual communities, that always be positive, look at the best in people, etc. So that's why it's a very easy playground for the narcissist to kind of play on. So yeah, those are my that is my thinking of why narcissists choose spiritual people. If you have any thoughts or comments, please do write them below. And thank you for your support. And as always, I wish you all a lot of love and a lot of light. Thank you. Bye.